So, over the past few days or so, I've been working on a little Minecraft mod, and I think I'm ready to show y'all. Oh. Sorry about the 2011 YouTube content, or 2017. I don't want to put on some, actually good music, so I put on no copyright sounds. So, some of these textures are borrowed from DangerZone, so these aren't actually mine, and I'm not actually allowed to use them, because, they call me Danger doesn't let anyone use it. So I'm going to change these. That's why I'm never going to, drop a download link until I change the textures and this. But here's my little world. I've added a lot of items and blocks. So I have stone, where is it? Okay, I have stone, grass, dirt, cobblestone, wood, planks, sapling, bedrock, water block. There's a box of blood, bricks, iron block, copper block, glass, sand, gravel, and stone bricks. So I should probably change this texture because it looks like garbage, but those are all of the blocks I've added. I've also added sounds, as you can hear, and I can scroll because a lot of the people who made these mods would do Q and E, but got stupid, so I didn't do that. I used the forgotten key on your mouse, which is the scroll wheel. I've also added way better entity systems, so now you can spawn Steves, which will sound, blood monsters, these guys, they run around, and then I'll get to another thing you can spawn later. But this is the box of blood. This is from the Germa video, and it's exactly what you think. It's a box of blood and it spawns blood monsters. They don't do anything right now, but once you get a bunch of these, you can really toy around with them. And I also added these particles are now actually squares. They're little squares, and I think it's pretty good. That was my first addition to this. Now, I also changed the terrain generator, which I hated the Perlin noise filter in normal Ruby Dung version right here, so I completely replaced it with the beta terrain generator for the Perlin noise generator. I can't talk. I completely replaced the Perlin noise generator with the one from 1.7.free beta, and I hate this song. This song sucks. And then I added some other stuff to fit it to levels. I had some issues with earlier noise generators because I was gonna do one from scratch, and then my computer said, "How about no?" and completely the world just got exploded. I thought it was pretty funny. So one thing I want to show is since I added a way better entity system, which adds for, you can create entities extremely easy. What I did was I made it so you could spawn the player as an entity, because it is an entity, it inherits from entity. I'm spawning multiple players, it's sending stuff in the logs, so now we should have a bunch of players. They have Steve skins, and I added renderers for them so you could actually see the Steves. Where are they? Oh, they're up there. Those are the Steves. Now it's because I only... They have a few issues. Yeah. You can see that they're actually trying to move around. I'm trying to make them move, but it's not working. But yeah. You can actually spawn the player, and it does some weird things. I don't know why yeah, whatever. But yeah. That's exactly what what's going on with that. I had some issues with the glass, because what's going on was I actually had like X-ray glass, so you could actually see through these into the ground. I fixed that by using like 1,000,000% of my brain power and realizing that I didn't have a setting turned on. Like I didn't put a function in the blocks in the block. I had to make a whole different glass block because it would also block light. Fixed that. And now glass shouldn't block light, and glass should not give you X-ray. But yeah. Yeah, these I only took textures from, DangerZone for only like 3 of these blocks, because I wanted a different grass texture, and this was just the best option. So I just kind of picked this, and it's just grass. But yeah, I'll replace these soon because I don't want to, be a dickhead. They also spawn when you press R, because that's the reset position command, which it spawns at one position instead of randomly across the map, because I just want to build like a little cool base. But you could see that there's all the players and they have issues just with being annoying, and I'm gonna remove the feature to spawn them. But you can see you can actually move around. And it's actually like works. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. This video is 10 minutes long. What am I doing with my life? I'm going to bed in like a minute when I add something else, because I need more blocks, because there's only like 16 blocks in this. I need blocks of all the primary colors. It's one of the primary colors. Red, green, blue, and all the other ones.